Good day, everyone. Welcome back to our forum. I am Dina Hadlina, your moderator for today. I wish to take this opportunity to thank all of our panelists for joining today's forum. We are extremely happy to have with us Mr. Aaron Ambrosan, the principal of Sri Damansara International School, two of the school teachers, Ms. Guna Nantini and Ms. Nurul Isniza, as well as Ms. Catherine, the director of Selangor State Education Department, to share with us their insights on the upcoming fundraising activity that the school will organize. Without further ado, to start off, Mr. Aaron, as a principal, could you share with us a little about this fundraising initiative and its objective?
Hi everyone. Good evening. My name is Aaron, and thank you so much for having me today. It's my honor to address you today on a matter of great importance to our school and also future of our student. At Sri Damansara International School, we firmly believe that education is a cornerstone of thriving society. We are committed to providing a nurturing and empowering learning environment for every child, regardless of their socioeconomic background. However, we have recognized that financial constraint can present significant obstacle for some families in our community. That is why we are launching a comprehensive fundraising initiative aimed at eliminating financial barriers and ensuring that every child has access to high-end quality education they deserve. Our goal is to establish a sustainable scholarship fund that will provide free tuition for children from lower income families, empowering them to reach their full potential and contribute to our community's future. This initiative not merely about providing financial assistance, it's also about creating more equitable and inclusive educational landscape. By removing financial barrier, we are investing in the future of our children, our community, and our society. To achieve our ambitious goal, we have developed a multifaceted approach. We will be hosting a series of fundraising events seeking support from local businesses and organization and establishing a dedicated scholarship fund. We are confident that with your support, we can make meaningful and lasting impact on lives of countless children. Therefore, I invite each and every one of you to join us in this important endeavor, whether you attend our upcoming fundraising event or become a sponsor or make a personal donation, as your contribution will directly impact the life of deserving students. Together, we can create a brighter future for all. Thank you for your time and generosity for unwavering commitment to our education to our children.
Mr. Aaron, you mentioned children for lower income families within our community as the fund receivers. Are they the sole beneficiaries for this initiative? Is collaboration with the community part of your plan?
Okay, thanks for the question, moderator. This fundraising initiative is specially targeted to benefit those within our community who face financial challenges in accessing quality education for their children. By elevating the burden of tuition fees, we aim to empower the student to pursue their academic aspirations without limitation. Our commitment to educational equity extends beyond individual students. We firmly believe that investing in the education of these children will have ripple effect, strengthening the social and economic fabric of our community. By providing opportunities for academic and personal growth, we are nurturing future leaders, innovators, and active contributors who will enrich our society one day. To answer the later question, yes, collaboration is one of the main things that we intend to put forward. To achieve our goal, we are actively fostering partnership with local businesses and community organizations. We believe that collaboration is the key to creating a sustainable and impactful initiative. By working together, we can pool resources, expertise, and network to create a truly transformative educational landscape. Thus, we welcome the involvement of businesses through sponsorship, donation, or in-kind contribution. We also value the support of community organizations who can help us raise awareness, mobilize volunteers, and engage with diverse segments of our community. Every act of support, no matter how small, brings us closer to our vision and more inclusive and equitable education system. By investing in our children, we are investing in the future of our community and the world.
Such a purposeful initiative for the community. Miss Catherine, from the perspective of the State Education Department, What are the key considerations in organizing a school fundraising initiative of this nature?
Thank you, Ms. Dina. Firstly, I wish to extend my heartfelt congratulations to Sri Damansara International School for embarking on this exciting journey in organizing the fundraising event. The initiative to provide free education and tuition for children from lower income communities is truly commendable. Clearly, planning an event of this scale requires vision, dedication, and collaboration. And it's great that you have a great group of teachers, a dedicated group of teachers, and a principal like Mr. Aaron, who is ready to work and take on the task ahead. To address your question, Ms. Dina, the key areas to focus on when organizing a fundraising activity of this nature and extent, I would say, firstly would be to seek the required approval and authorization from both the school level and the state education department or Ministry of Education level itself. Next, it's important to ensure that all legal and financial regulations are adhered to. Transparency in handling funds is important, and this includes using official bank account. Thirdly, every event must comply with all school policies, and all activities must be one that's suitable and safe for students itself. All safety measures must be addressed and carefully adhered to by the school. Ethical considerations is another important thing that the school has to comply with. The school should avoid fundraising activities that could be considered exploitative or unethical. The school must ensure that fundraising activities organized are inclusive and do not discriminate against any particular student or community group. Finally, it's noteworthy that for the school to be aware that a detailed reporting of funds raised and expenses incurred has to be provided to both the state education department as well to relevant stakeholders. The above are some of the areas that MOE considers very important to ensure transparency, accountability, and good internal controls, and to make sure that's upheld. Respect, Mr. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Catherine. Now, Miss Gunanantini, I believe, as the program director, could you provide an update on the fundraising activity? Specifically, what has been done so far in terms of setting up the main committee and subcommittees, if there is any? And additionally, could you explain the role of each committee plays in organizing the fundraising?
Thank you, moderator. I'm pleased to provide an update on our fundraising activity. We have made significant process in setting up both and main committee and several subcommittees to ensure the smooth execution of this event. Firstly, the main committee, which oversees the entire fundraising initiative, has been established. This committee is responsible for the overall planning, coordination, and execution of the event. The Sponsorship and Donation Committee, led by Ms. Nurul Isniza, is working hard to secure funds and resources from local businesses and donors. The Logistic and Venue Committee is organizing the event setup, including stages and equipments. The Activities and Entertainment Committee is planning fun activities like a silent auction, talent show, and game booths. The Catering and Refreshment Committee is arranging food and drinks, combining community contributed booths and sponsorship from local eateries. Lastly, the Promotion and Marketing Committee is working on publicizing the event to ensure a great turnout.
Interesting. Miss Isniza, could you share more in depth about the responsibility and the role of your committee, the sponsorship and donation committee mentioned by Miss Gunanantini? And maybe Miss Gunanantini could share more about the activities planned by the Activities and Entertainment Committee for the event afterwards?
Thank you, Ms. Dina. For sponsorship and donation, we can secure by engaging with local community, organizations, and local business. We will start within our school community. We will reach out to alumni and parents who are business owners or have connections with potential sponsors. Their involvement can be a valuable asset in identifying potential leads and ultimately securing a school sponsor. We can also identify the local businesses that align with our school values and mission. This will lead to a win-win situation where the school gains sponsorship and organization or company will get a free advertising and fulfill their corporate social responsibility, CSR. Obtaining a sponsorship and donation for the fundraiser is advantageous for both our school and local businesses. We can unleash the school's complete fundraising potential and generate the necessary funds to achieve our goals and objectives, as well as provide an exceptional experience to support the thriving of students, family, and teachers by forming meaningful partnerships and tapping into community support. Thank you.
Adding on to Ms. Isniza, to ensure the success of the ambitious initiative, we have established a series of subcommittees, each focusing on a specific aspect of the fundraising process. These committees, comprised of dedicated volunteers from our school and community, will work collaboratively to plan, execute, and evaluate our efforts. The subcommittees will focus on areas such as event planning, marketing and outreach, sponsorship acquisition, volunteer coordination, and financial management. By dividing responsibility and leveraging the expertise of our volunteers, we can ensure that every aspect of the initiative is managed effectively and efficiently. To engage our community and generate excitement, we have planned a variety of activities that cater to different interests and age groups. This includes a charity run, walk, a fun and healthy way of families and community members to get involved and support our cause. School Carnival is a vibrant event featuring games, food stalls, entertainment, and activities for children and adults alike. Besides that, we also have Talent Showcase, a platform for our talented students to showcase their skills in music, dance, drama, and art, with proceeds going towards the scholarship fund. Silent Auction, a sophisticated evening event where attendees can bid on unique experiences, artwork, and other donated items. These are just a few examples of the activities we are planning. We are also open to suggestions from our community and welcome any creative ideas that can help us raise funds and awareness. We believe that by involving our community, these diverse and engaging activities, we can foster a sense of ownership and shared purpose. Together, we can create a vibrant and supportive environment where every child can thrive. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Isniza and Ms. Gunanantini, for the wonderful sharing and explanation. Next, I would like to ask Mr. Aaron, could you explain the budgeting process and the decision made for the event? And if you do not mind, could you share how much do we need to raise to cover the fundraising costs and meet our fundraising goals?
Thank you, moderator. To answer the question, as we know, budgeting is a critical aspect of any successful fundraising initiative. So to ensure transparency and accountability, we have developed a comprehensive budget that outlines all projected expenses and revenue sources. This budget will be regularly reviewed and updated by our finance subcommittee to ensure that we are on track to meet our fundraising goal. In developing the budget, we have carefully considered the costs associated with every activity, including venue rental, marketing and promotion, supplies and materials, entertainment, and any other necessary expenses. We have also factored in potential revenue sources such as ticket sales, sponsorships, donations, and auction proceeds. To cover the fundraising costs and to meet our ambitious goal of providing free tuition for 300 students, we have estimated that we need to raise a total amount of RM 250,000. This amount will cover tuition fees, books, supplies, and other educational resources for the selected beneficiaries. We have made several strategic decisions to ensure that our budget is both realistic and achievable. For example, we have sought out cost-effective venues and vendors, negotiated discounts wherever possible, and maximized the use of volunteer labors to minimize our expenses. We have also focused on securing sponsorship and in-kind donations to offset costs. We are confident that with our support of our community, we can reach our fundraising goal and make significant impact on our life of deserving students. We will be transparent in our financial reporting, regularly sharing updates on our progress and how the funds are being utilized. We are committed to ensure that every dollar raised is used responsibly and effectively to achieve our mission, providing educational equity for all.
Thank you, Mr. Aaron. So now when we talk about sponsorship and donation, just like you mentioned before, we cannot leave out compliance to the policy implemented by the ministry. So, Ms. Catherine, could you please share the guidelines provided by the Ministry of Education regarding sponsorship and donations?
Thanks, Ms. Tina. With respect to sponsorships and donations, I would stress here the importance of complying with the SPI KPM Bilangan 3 2018 guidelines issued by the Ministry of Education, which outlines the various regulations and procedures for fundraising initiatives of your nature. So you're aware, the school may seek sponsorships and donations from private sectors, as you plan to do anyway. However, there are various conditions for accepting these donations from organizations. I'll just name a few of the conditions. Firstly, the donation must not be from monies earned by an organization as a result of gambling, cigarettes, drug, liquor, or similar activities that may affect the development of the student's intellectual, spiritual, emotional, and physical potential. Secondly, the donation must not be bound to any special treatment or reward from the school, and donations received are totally voluntary and free of charge without any condition or obligations. Additionally, these fundraising events are generally monitored by the State Department throughout the implementation, and a project implementation report must be submitted to the department within 1 month upon completion of the project. I believe the school knows that for fundraising initiative of this nature, the school will need to seek the relevant approvals to ensure all of the above is adhered to. Um, the education department generally takes 30 days. Sorry, the application has to be completed within 30 days prior to the fundraising event, and they would respond to you 5 days upon the approval being granted. And it's important to remember that the school cannot run any initiative prior to the approval being obtained from the Ministry of Education. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Catherine. Now, on the same note, considering the significant amount, as mentioned by Mr. Aaron just now, it's such a significant amount of money involved in organizing the fundraising and managing the donation post program. Um, could the school could the school elaborate on any control measures that would be set up to ensure effective fiscal management for the school?
Thank you, moderator. To ensure effective fiscal management, we will establish several control measures. These include keeping detailed financial records, conducting regular audits, and preparing transparent financial reports. Additionally, we will involve multiple committee members in overseeing and approving expenditures to ensure accountability and prevent misuse of funds. These steps will help us manage donation responsibly and efficiently. Maintaining comprehensive financial records is crucial for effective fiscal management. This provides an accurate and complete picture of the organization's financial activities, allowing for informed decision-making and accountability. Regular audits, both internal and external, serve to verify the accuracy of these records and identify any discrepancies or potential areas of concern. Transparent financial reporting further strengthens accountability by clearly communicating the organization's financial status and the use of funds to all stakeholders. To ensure responsible and efficient management of donations, we will establish a system of checks and balance through the involvement of multiple committee members in the approval of expenditures. Engaging a committee comprised of multiple members to oversee and approve expenditures is another key control measure. This approach helps to ensure that funds are utilized responsibly and in alignment with the organization's goals. By involving various stakeholders in the decision-making process, we can enhance the level of scrutiny and accountability, reducing the risk of misuse or misappropriation of funds. That's all from me.
Thank you, Ms. Isniza. I'd like to add that we are also planning to set up a dedicated finance team within our committee. This team will focus on monitoring all financial activities and ensuring compliance with our established procedures. We will also provide training for our volunteers on proper financial handling and reporting practices. By taking this additional step, we aim to maintain high standards of financial integrity throughout the fundraising event. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Isniza and Ms. Gunanantini. Now, Mr. Catherine, could you advise again on the ministry requirement with respect to financial contribution received from donors?
Yes, thanks so much, Ms. Dina. Mentioned earlier, and I wish to reiterate here once again, the MOE guideline stresses the importance of managing donations received. But I see with all the various subcommittees and the focus taken by the school, I really don't think you're going to have a problem. However, there's something you always have to remember that financial contribution received from donors, it becomes the responsibility of the school to ensure that the monies are received in accordance with the established procedures set by the Ministry of Education itself. Donation received must be accompanied by a letter of submission as an example from the donor. All monies received in the fundraising event must be deposited in specifically created public money contribution account. Additionally, it's important that official receipt is issued to all donors for purposes for them to apply for tax relief. However, I think I'm pretty confident hearing your solid plan that you have in place. I don't think this is going to be an issue. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Catherine. Now, as a principal, Mr. Aaron, could you mention previously that the school is planning to include multiple activities as part of the fundraising event? Now, what measures would the school implement to ensure the safety of our participants?
Thanks, Mr. Moderator. The safety and the well-being of our attendees, volunteers, and staffs are paramount importance to us. Therefore, we are committed to ensure that all our fundraising activities are conducted in safe and secure environment. To achieve this, we have implemented a comprehensive safety plan that addresses various aspects of every safety. This plan includes risk assessment. We have conducted a thorough risk assessment to identify potential hazards and implement appropriate mitigation measures. In the side of security personnel, we will have trained security personnel on site to monitor the event, manage the crowd, and respond to any incident if it happens. For first aid, we will have a designated first aid station staffed by our qualified medical professionals to address any injuries or medical emergency that arises on that particular day. For emergency procedures, we have established clear emergency procedures that includes the evacuation plan, communication protocol, and designated assembly areas. And for crowd management, we have actually measures in place to manage the crowd because we are expecting a large crowd to be there for fundraising. So we have designated entry and also exit points, clear signage, and train volunteers to guide our attendees. For food safety, it's actually being served at the event. Food that's being served at the event will adhere to strict food safety guidelines to prevent foodborne illness. And as a precaution, because right now we are not so sure with our whether it's going to be a sunny day or it's going to rain. So it's good to have a weather contingency plan. So we will have relocating activities indoors in case it's actually starts raining and providing shelters for our attendees. In addition to this general safety measure, we will tailor specific safety protocol to each activity, considering the unique risk associated with each event. For example, the fun and run, we will have designated routes, water stations, and volunteers to ensure the safety of our participants. We encourage all attendees to follow the safety instruction provided by our staff and volunteers at all times. So I really believe by working together, we can ensure that our fundraising events are enjoyable and safe for everyone involved. I hope this addresses your question regarding the safety measures that are in place for this particular event.
Yes, it certainly did, Mr. Aaron. And could any of other panelists share the promotion strategy that the school would employ to increase community awareness and participation for the fundraising event?
Thank you, Moderator Jana. First, we will use our school's social media platform, including Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, to share our regular updates and event details. We plan to create engaging content such as teaser videos, countdown posts, and behind the scenes glimpse of our preparation. Additionally, we will send out email newsletter to parents, alumni, to our local community members. This newsletter will include detailed information about the event, ways to participate, and how they can contribute. We are also working on creating eye-catching posters and flyers to distribute around the community, including local businesses, community centers, and other schools as well. For example, we plan to collaborate with our local cafes to display our posters and flyers in their bulletin boards.
Thank you, Mr. Aaron. To add to that, we also will engage local media to cover our event. We plan to reach out to local newspapers, radio stations, and TV channels to feature stories about our fundraising effort and the cause we are supporting. Another key strategy is to involve our students and parents in spreading the word. We will encourage students to share event details with their friends and family, and we will ask parents to help promote the event within their network. Furthermore, we will organize a small pre event activity such as bake sales and mini performances to generate buzz and excitement. For instance, we might host a talent show a week before the main event to attract attention and get the community talking. By implementing these strategies, I believe we aim to create a high level of awareness and ensure strong participation from the entire community.
Thank you, Mr. Aaron and Ms. Gunanantini. I do hope the event goes as planned. Now, contingency planning is one of the steps other organizers might not consider in planning an event on this scale. What is the school contingent plan for the proposed fundraising event, and why is this plan as important as any other planning steps?
Well, planning for contingencies is a crucial aspect of strategic event planning, requiring the development of alternate plans to address unforeseen circumstances that could jeopardize the success of the event. These circumstances might encompass natural disasters, technological failures, human mistakes, medical crisis, or security concern. Similar to emergency plan, a contingency plan proves to be highly valuable in case of unexpected events. Identifying potential issues enables proactive measures to prevent their occurrence. Furthermore, this plan provides clear guidance on how to respond in the event of an incident. For our fundraising event, our contingency plan is to offer a hybrid and virtual event. This will boost the number of participations, including all ages, abilities, and background. We also plan to make easy access through online donation. This encourages donors to make contributions from anywhere or any device at any time of the day, regardless of on-site cancellations and last-minute changes. Alternatively, having a contingency plan for a rainy day is essential to ensure the success of our outdoor fundraising event. We will arrange for an indoor location in case of unexpected rain, such as a community center or school hall near the outdoor event site. It's important to keep our donors dry and in good spirit to maintain their participation and positivity. Distributing printed guidelines to every member is one of the methods that we can use to avoid any doubt or confusion. Furthermore, doing a rehearsal in advance might assist in locating and resolving any possible problems that can come up during the real event. Thank you.
I've got to say, I applaud the management of the fundraising event thus far. It's fantastic. You've looked at every angles and every contingencies. However, I cannot stress enough from the perspective of the Ministry of Education, the procedures and protocols expressly stated in the guidelines, and it has to be observed specifically pertaining to fundraising and donations, whether it's the main plan action or any other contingency plan the school decides to adopt eventually. One important guideline to focus on would be the guideline on eligible donors itself. I know you got lots of donors you're looking at, but remember that there have been cases, or this particular case recently that has talked about the eligibility of a donor itself. So therefore, to highlight once again, do remember that when you're receiving a donation, it has to be from an organization that does not gain its income or revenue from sales of tobacco, alcohol, gambling, any other products. Basically, I believe that if the school is to do or is to impart into events of that nature, be you could be coming up with unwarranted publicity and unwanted situations. Yeah, so just try to avoid that, and everything else seems fantastic thus far. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Isniza and Miss Catherine. And lastly, Mr. Aaron, could you share the school plan for evaluating and monitoring both the planning, execution, and success of your initiative?
All right. To ensure the effectiveness and success of our fundraising initiative, we have implemented a comprehensive evaluation and monitoring plan that spans the entire process from planning to execution and beyond. So for planning phase, we have clear goals and objectives. We have established specific, measurable, achievable, and relevant and time bound, which is the SMART way of having our goal being carried out and objective for this initiative. This will serve as benchmark against which we can measure our progress and our success. For regular committee meetings, we hold regular meetings with our subcommittees to review progress, to identify challenges and make necessary adjustment to our plans. We also will collect data on various metrics such as numbers of volunteers recruited, sponsors secured, and participants registered for the event, as this data will help us to track our progress and make informed decisions. So we also have a execution pace where we will have a real-time monitoring. We will monitor the execution of each activity closely, tracking attendance, engagement, and financial performance. We will have feedback collection. We will gather the feedback from participants, volunteers, and staffs to assess the effectiveness of our activities and identify areas for improvement. And we also have mid-course correction, where we are being flexible and adaptable to adjust make adjustment as needed to base on real time data and also feedback. So as event evaluation, we have comprehensive review where after every event is done, we will conduct thorough review of financial results, participants' feedback, and overall impact. We will also have impact assessment to measure the initiative of our beneficiaries, measuring the factors such as increased enrollment, improved academic performance, and reduced financial stress for families. And we will also document lessons learned and best practices to inform future fundraising efforts. So for long-term monitoring for scholarship fund and management, we will establish a transparent and accountable system for managing the scholarship fund, ensuring that it's used effectively to support eligible students. And for ongoing impact assessment, we will continue to monitor the impact of the scholarship on students' success, tracking academic progress and well-being. And as for sustainability planning, we will develop a sustainability plan that ensures that the scholarship fund remains viable and can continue to support students in need for years to come. So we believe by implementing this robust evaluation and monitoring plan, we are confident that we can maximize the impact of our fundraising initiative and ensure that it achieves its intended goals and of providing education equity for all children in our community. We are committed to transparency and accountability, and we will regularly share our progress and result with our stakeholders. Thank you.
I agree with Principal Mr. Aaron. To further support our evaluation efforts, we will also implement a real time feedback system during the event. This could include a digital survey accessible via QR code placed around the venue, allowing attendees to provide immediate feedback on their experience. Additionally, we also have dedicated team members observing and documenting the events, proceeding to identify and on the spot improvement that can be made. Besides that, we also plan to celebrate and acknowledge the contribution of our volunteers and donors through a post event appreciation ceremony. This not only helps in recognizing their effort but also provides an opportunity to gather informal feedback. I believe by combining these evaluation methods, we aim to create a comprehensive understanding of our event's impact and areas for improvement. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Aaron and Miss Gunanantini, for the wonderful answer. Um, I believe that that's all the time that we have today. Thank you to all our panelists for your valuable insights and contribution. This has been a highly informative and productive discussion. We do look forward to implementing all the ideas and recommendations shared today. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.